Good afternoon. It's a great pleasure in meeting you. The topic is given quality fish feed industry perspective. Thanks to the organizers for giving me this opportunity. See, in general, all aquaculture expos, the most important, the main focus always we see is on shrimp for last many years. So this is the platform is formed in the last 3 years. I'm proud to say that we are giving more focus on inland fisheries. That's how this Aqua X is being giving so much importance to the inland fisheries, and I'm very, very proud to see the progress in the last 2 years. And today, last 2 days, we are seeing many technical papers on aquaculture in inland fisheries, starting from the nutrition, breeding, hybridization. Today, I'm talking not any technical aspect of the industry. My experience is a practical approach on the feed industry. Last 2.5 decades, how the aquaculture industry, special reference to, today I'm talking only on the fish feed, and Ramchandra Raj Garu has emphasized me give more focus on the inland fisheries. Even at commercial scale, we do both shrimp and fish. The previous speaker, Mr. Vijayanand, is a signatory for this topic. I don't know why Ramchandra Raj Garu has given me topic to me. He's the trendsetter for the feed industry in the fish farming, especially in inland fisheries, for the last 2 decades. I'm associated with him on many aspects. And anyway, I'm trying to do some debate on this issue. Our group companies, Quality Feed, is 28 years is completed. And we are in this aqua feed business, and our 90% our focus is on inland fisheries. So as per the numbers are concerned, last 2 days we are hearing the aquaculture production in the wild. Don't confuse the numbers. Even I am not, it is only estimated numbers. I am not sure what's the actual estimated numbers. All of us, we go with a benchmark of FAO data. And a few of us yesterday and today, we also say that it is close to 7 million tons. But it's not less than 5.7 million tons of inland aquaculture production. Irrespective of the data, what speaks, let's give a big applause to the farmers community for increasing from 3.2 million to 6 million metric tons in the last 10 years with an average CAG of 6 to 7%. This is I'm talking about the practical approach, practical fact. So even at 6 million tons, I'm speaking about what is the feed role and the feed importance. You see the year to year from the 1980, irrespective of whatever the constraints we have, it's a keep on growing at 6 to 7% and cumulative growth. And today we are almost 6 million metric tons. As per the resources is concerned, we have a 8,000 kilometers long coast, and we have a long rivers and canals, lakes and reservoirs, ponds and tanks, huge potential. Even you take it in a technical data of this analysis, even we are not even 20% as a commercialized exploration for aquaculture. And our volume drive is coming mainly from 3 species, carps, pangasius, catfish, and there is a new genetic improved fish has come from Bangladesh or from West Bengal. It is a roopchan. So if you take it in terms of volume, 67, almost close to 70% is either carps or minor carps. Only 12% is catfish. That's again, pangasius is dominating, except a few places like West Bengal, the magur carp is doing. If you see the volume driven is mainly because of the carps. Out of 6 million tons, maybe 3.5, 4 million tons is coming only from carps, of which again 50 to 60% is coming from Andhra Pradesh. As per the feed is concerned, you can see our journey started with conventional feeds, maybe up to my knowledge 95. I think we started doing some sort of small pelleted feeds. Before 95, it's 100%. Either it is a conventional feeds or it's any migrated feeds from either cattle or poultry. But it's a purely unconventional. If you take it in 95 onwards, the formulated feeds have started. When we started formulated feed, the feed cost was 10 rupees, the fish cost was 18 rupees. The economics was not feasible. When the industry is in progress and when the lot of technical transformation is happened, the whole credit goes to USEC and Dr. Vijayanand. I remember it is in 2005. We are proud to say that quality feeds is the first experiment is done with USEC as an experiment, and Dr. Vijayanand was the instrumental for that. We started floating fish feed in 2005, maybe less than a few thousand tons. Today the market is almost 1 million tons, and the installed capacity is 2.1 million tons. See these numbers again, it's estimated figures. So don't just for debate purpose. I'm just brought it here. It's my estimated sale of 1.2 million tons is basically it's floating fish feed about 85%, 90%, and 15% around 15% is sinking fish feed, which may be going along with conventional feeds as a mixed feed or as a feed itself. And one side we can see that 6 million tons is the aquaculture production. Another side, there is a capacity utilization of only 50%, 52%, and there is a gap of feeding. From where it is coming? 5.7 million tons of fish we are producing, and feed we are selling about 1 million tons. How it is possible that we can deliver a production volume of? So there is a big gap is there, and mainly because of feeding formulated feeds for very few species. Like majority feeds are going, 90% of the volume is going for value-added fishes like it's pungus, magur, tilapia, or it's new emerging species like it's a roopchand or sea bass a little bit, and so on so. But majority of the feed today, what we are selling about 1 million, 70 to 80% is going for. So why this feed utilization and feed demand, there is a gap is there. So if you look into that, when the stocking densities or biomass is very low, it depends on the natural food available in the pond. That is what happening for the last many decades. Even today, out of 6 million tons, it's 85% of the volume is coming based on that. And what are the feeds we are giving as a conventional feeds? It's only a supplementation. It's not 100% feed-based system we are following. And whereas there is 15%, now we are looking forward for higher biomass, where the natural food is not sufficient, where the formulated feed plays a major role. That's the gap where we could see there is a 1 million tons is a feed and 6 million tons is the gap is filled with these conventional feeds. And as many of us, we are experienced that it's quite difficult to say that what is the quality of this conventional. It's a mix of all rice bran, wheat bran, cotton seed, groundnut cake, till seed cake, DDGS, and so on, so on. But all this, we are not sure in terms of quality how best it is good for the fish to grow. As we have seen previously, supplementation we are doing it partly. That's how we are able to survive all the way to produce 6 million tons by utilizing only 1 million tons of formulated feed. As per the equation on economics, if you see, its a perception is quite different. I'm taking its only average. It's only based in Andhra Pradesh. The economics are different in West Bengal and central Indian states and so on. So, because of the logistics expenses and the retail logistics also different. The farm gate prices are different. As a conventional feeds, if you see the average cost of 20 rupees, I'm taking it. Basic raw material is DORB, which is ruling around 12,000 to 14,000 per metric ton of feed, and balance 20% is oil cakes, and with a blend of 80 to 20 or 75-25, which is I taken it as average price of 20. So the formulated feeds again, I taken it as Dr. Kim has explained, 28/4 is the best commercialized feed what we can see in the Indian aquaculture systems today, and that feed I taken it as a farmer's price at 35 rupees. If you take it an average FCR, a different scenario. I'm not saying that the formulated feeds giving that FCR, but just for economic comparison, even at 3.5, a conventional feeds is 70 rupees is the cost for producing 1 kg of fish. Whereas the formulated feeds, even you take it at 2 FCR, which is very uncommon, we are always at 1.5, and still we are equating with the conventional feeds. but the productivity levels, when you see in this dynamics, we can double the production levels per unit area of operation. Another major challenge what the farmer is asking, farmer is experiencing, I think it's a very, very difficult subject to answer, and it's a really it's a one fine day morning. If you say today the prices are extremely good, maybe you can say it is close to 100 rupees, 105 rupees is a carp price, but 2 months back it was 85 rupees, and the species like Pangasius, Roopchand, it was available at less than 65 rupees, less than 58 rupees for 3 months, starting from October to December 15. And this is very uncommon if you take it last many years. In a 12 months calendar period, maybe 3 months is very lucrative, 3 months is a break even, 6 months is a negative compared to the cost of production. But as we are experienced, basically the carps farming, they know how to manipulate this. They keep it like a stock market, the stocks in the pond. So they know when is the marriage season coming. All the farmers in Andhra Pradesh and the traders in south, they know what are the auspicious day in north, where the 90% of the product goes as a retail market. So based on that, there is some economical balance is happening. That's how this industry is moving from 3 million ton to 6 million tons. The another important issue for formulated feeds is feeding system. As I mentioned, is 90% of formulated feeds are going for Pangasius. It's very easy to feed. Even you feed on the burn, even you do a bell, the fish will come and eat. We could see very difficult for changing a conventional system of carp feeding to a formulated feeding. So this is basically a back feeding is happening. It's again it's a demand feeding. It is not that we are giving 100% growth for the feed. It is only a demand feeding when the natural food is not sufficient, or to help the pond ecosystem also some of the feed ingredients helps. It's a complex composite fish culture, and where the formulated feeds, we are facing a difficult for feeding because of the pond area. General size of the ponds in carps are, it's 50 acres, 100 acres, even 150 acres. Some gerries in Bengal and Orissa, even it is 200 acres. So even we tried with we were doing some rings in the pond at different geographical units, and we started feeding. To some extent, it is supporting the feeding, but it's quite difficult to do 100% feed-based farming under these large ponds with the formulated feeds. So we are successful in the small pond. Small ponds means less than 10 acres. We are quite happy, and the quality of the fish is good, growth is good, and even at carps, whatever the feed is going today, it's going only in the small ponds with. If you take it and quality of fish feeds in general, at farmer perspective, nutritional requirements. If you ask, the farmer is not looking into the brand, farmer is looking for the numbers. If you ask any fish farmer, what feed you're using, 28 by 4, 20 by 4, 20 by 3, 18 by 3, I don't know. Is there any value for these numbers? It is somehow the commercial scale, the brands are being established to that extent, and today we are looking at the numbering of the feed, not at the nutritional value. So it in turn reflects on FCR, but as we are seeing the practices, what we are seeing, it's quite difficult to estimate the 100% feed-based FCR other than the ponds which is being intensively managed. And in same way, the growth curves, economics, and profitability. So as you know, last 2 days, all the eminent scientists from ICR institutions are talking about it's not the feed is fish. It's like Vijayanand was talking about the comparative of poultry and fish feed. Fish is not like one species. We have a different species, different culture systems. It's not that one feed will meet. I think it's an elaborate presentation is being given by Kim in the morning. So it's more than the numbers. What's more important is the species, life stages, culture systems. Based on that, the digestibility of the ingredients what you use. So the ingredients what we give to the fish of the carnivorous like catfish is different than herbivorous like carps is different, tilapia is different, and so on. So nutrient loss and feed wastage, again elaboration topic. I think Dr. Kim is being elaborated on that. Every 1 ton of commercial feed what you use, about 800 kgs or more than that, it's a carbon waste is coming out from the fecal matter. So the potential value of feed additives like amino acids, enzymes, probiotics, immunostimulants play a major role in quality of fish feeds, which is not being recognized by farmer. So as I told, it's feeding to the fish is a different, making feed for fish is different. See, it's all the species have a different digestive mechanism, different digestive organs. So a carnivorous fish is having a large oesophagus, a large mouth with a large teeth. Herbivorous has a different stomach, different teeth. Carps, milkfish is a different digestive tract. So based on this feeding habits, based on this physiology of the fish, the feed formulation has to be specific. And even you take it nutritional levels, the protein levels, size of the fish, species, starting from the baby fish to juveniles to adults, the nutritional requirement is different. So as you see that it's the poultry or it's any industry, even at a human being, for the kids we give starting feeding Farex before giving the milk or other. It is very important to take care about the different stages of the life cycle of the fish for formulating commercial feeds. Again, it's not the protein is only not the number, the digestible energy, and it's a ratio of the energy and protein, and it again differs from, and there is a n number of vitamin minerals mix is having a specific role for a specific function, and this all together makes a quality fish feed. So the major challenge in a commercial fish feed is the raw material. In a farmer's perspective, the raw material is, what he could see is DORB, what he could see is the oil cakes, maximum some agriculture waste. But as per the feed manufacturer is concerned, there are no value to the formulated feeds. Protein material, either plant source or animal source, along with amino acids, lipid profile, and mineral mix, vitamins, microbial feed ingredients, all together makes a complex formulated feed. It is about 28 important ingredients are being involved in making a quality fish feed. It's quite complex to understand, and this raw material is a major challenge for the feed industry. One is availability, seasonality, because all are agriculture-based products. The third most important bombarding issue is the price curves. You see the base price of this raw material is almost 50 to 60%. For example, you take soya protein. It started with 5 years back at less than 30 rupees. Today it is close to 42 rupees. Similar way, the DORB depend on much on formulated feeds, but it is moved from 7 to 8 rupees to 14 to 15 rupees. And fish meal it's impossible. It's a 200% is increased. One stage it was 58, 60 rupees of 60% protein. Today it is 120 rupees. So another challenge for the feed manufacturers is the processing technology. Many of the farmers feel that the cost of the production is just like any other animal feed. It is 2 rupees, 3 rupees per kilo of the production. But here it is very, very expensive, very intensive, very, very difficult to explain to the farmer. The production cost is almost 5 to 6 rupees for above 3 mm size of the pellets. And if you are looking micro pellets like 1 mm, 2 mm, it is almost double the cost. Without this production facility, it's quite difficult to give a digestible protein into that form, physical parameters like size, shape, density, texture, retaining the nutrients, retaining the digestible value. It's a different art of making a fish feed, either it is excluder or pelleted feed. It's a digestibility of nutrients. If, for example, you all feel that soya is a commodity. But when we use soya, it's a different form. Soya without coat, without hull, without hype, without fiber. There's so many grades will be there. And the value of the feed depends on the raw material quality. There is certain functional areas, coating techniques, which is required for certain feed ingredients like some heat stable vitamins, minerals, pigments, probiotics, which has a separate technology. After pelletizing, after extruding, this has to be coated at different levels, and that is how the feed is a different art. It's not that it's unfortunately when in the 90s when the feed was started in the 95 as a pelleted sinking feed, it is migrated either from cattle feed or poultry feed, and today also farmers feel that it is aqua feed is also manufactured like that, but it's not. This processing technology is very expensive. I think this is a very, in terms of quality of the feed, we understand the safety of the pond. As morning Mr. Tim has explained that the well-managed pond and a poor managed pond, because of either it's the feed effluents or the effluents generated by pond ecosystem, it gives the organic carbon and CN ratio will imbalance and phosphorus accumulation is happened. And this is what the critical issue of Indian aquaculture, which is being rolled out for the last 2 decades without addressing these key issues. Where the quality feed is a major role, control the ecological balance. And based on this pond ecosystem, this challenges what we could see, it's very common for us, argillus, tumors, ulcers, bacterial infections, and so on. Unless you have a sound pond ecosystem, which give the resistance to the host for the pathogen. That is how the feeds with the pond safety, with the nutritional value and immunological properties will help to better resistance to pathogens and to come out from the disease infections. Another major challenge is the value of the where the feed is going to take a major role. And today we are 15% of the total aquaculture production is being done only with the formulated feeds, 85% is with the conventional feeds. And today, if you go to any restaurant, the fillet, which is very common, is basa, because other species volume is not there. When carbs, it's quite difficult to do fillet without bones. Carbs mainly goes as a fish curry with rice. That is very popular consumption for the fish volumes. Whereas in the value addition, if you want to see the fillet quality, if you go to any restaurants and the basa which is being served, Indian basa, we are not happy with the quality of the fillet, because it is very saggy, very soft, and we are asking to the waiter saying that if it is a basa, we don't want. So that is very unfortunate. We produce close to 1 million tons of basa, but we can't able to consume. And for your information, we are importing from Vietnam and we are consuming basa fillet. And there is a big urgent need is required from the research level and at a farm level to correct this, how to improve this fillet quality. Either we have to look into the farm practices as well as nutrition and supporting activities for better value to this. Exploration, what we could see success in the last few years is live fish. Live fish trade is doing very well, where the quality of the fish is very good and the people are very happy to use the formulated feeds. The region is the value added. In West Bengal, in some of the cities in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, the live fish is going at 150 rupees per kilo, whereas the farm gate prices for the other wet fish is less than 100 rupees. That is the difference of the value what we can create, and where the feed is playing a major role. And we can see a successful model in West Bengal, where it is a 200 acres pond and it's a composite fish culture, 6 species as a composite stocking, other than carps, even magur, even sea bass, even catfish. All this together, they keep on stocking, they keep on harvesting, and you can see the left side, they are the holding area for the live fish. So after 60 or 90 days, every 15 days they keep on harvesting and they keep on stocking also. In a period of 12 months or 18 months, they are able to run this system very successfully, and they are able to sell this live fish at 140 rupees per kilo at farm gate. This is a very successful model for the value addition for the fish and also for the feed to focus on this. So we define not a number-based model for the quality fish feed. The quality fish feed, the prerequisite is most important is pond safety appropriate nutrition for the different species, and feeding methods, as we discussed, it has to be specific for the size of the pond, species, and the type of culture. And of course, farmer is looking the economics. And most important than economics is the sustainability and food safety. These two aspects, it's a unaddressed topics for farm fish production in India, where now the time has come when we are looking from 6 million to 10 million or 15 million in the next 5 years or 10 years. The value of growth will come only when we have a sustainable farming as well as the food safety issues. So under these two categories, you can look into some sustainable way the way forward for sustainable aquaculture. As we are not afraid of the volume. We have no second thought about the volume of building. See, we grown from 3 million to 6 million in the last 10 years. It's automatically will happen from 6 to 12 million in the next 10 years. It's no doubt. If you see the graph of the, not only in Andhra Pradesh or not only in India, it's a global scale. The aquaculture is taking place into it. Today it is almost 85 to 90 million metric tons of aquaculture production in inland fisheries. As similar way, irrespective of what are the threats we discussed, the volume of growth is proportionately, it's going from the last 2 decades, from 92 to 2010 to 2000. This data is tabulated up to 2010, but today it is more than 6 million metric tons we produce. And if you see the FAO projections, in 2016 we have a 53% contribution from aquaculture, and 2030 it is going to 62% compared to the sea catch. So all additional exponential growth for aquaculture, for sea protein, water protein is going to come from the aquaculture. So there is a innovative process value addition with the help of USEC, and our friend Dr. Tim has given an innovative approach for a new concept. We are the first people doing an experimental basis in Gudiwada near our feed factory. It is called intensive pond aquaculture technology. It is, you can see this 1 hectare area, there is only 5 to 7% of the area is being built to which hold the stock of 10 times more than the 1 hectare what you stock. So each cell we are talking about, we stocked about 30,000, 2 species we have taken on experimental basis. One is Roopchand, another is, and we have taken a 11-month cycle, we harvested it. We could able to successfully, harvest it about 30 metric tons each with a size of 800 to 1 kilo. This is, we produced 50 metric tons in 1 hectare without polluting the environment, without polluting the water, and we can recirculate this water for the next crop. The beauty of the system is, tomorrow there is a separate section on this IPAT, there is a detailed discussion will be happen, so I'm just giving the silent features. When you are seeing the cells, the waste is being siphoned out. There is 3 pits are being built at the end of the cells. So after feeding, what are the feed waste is being siphoned out from this, and it's being given to entry to a effluent treatment plant where this is being settled, and after that it is being left into the environment. The beauty of the system is it is sustainable, ecologically balanced, and you can preserve the water and soil, which is having a constant for us, because the age of the pond is more than 20 years for many ponds, which is having a different ecological threats for us. And this is one of the successful model. We are highly could see that it can roll further modification on the system. There is another interesting approach what we could see experienced in the last 2 years is the cage farming. This left side is the farm which we supplied our feed. It is in being a reservoir in the Chhattisgarh, and the right side is in Maharashtra Gujarat border, where there is a 90 cubic meters of water. It is being 6 by 4 meters cage with the 4 feet depth, and it is being stocked about 5,000 species. Either it's pungus or tilapia, and it is being it's a flowing water, and we were used here 32 by 6. It's a better protein based, and it's 100%, it's a feed-based system, and we could able to harvest 5 to 7 tons in 1 year from this each cell, and the economics is looking very bright. And similar way, we were experienced in doing a intensive farming in a recirculated water systems, and this is an example what we could see. There is a intensive farming techniques in the raceways and cage culture and animals of either it's a tilapia or catfish or snakehead. And this is another interesting concept where you can do auto feeding. When the intensification goes, the feeding system has to be more refined. This is what the gap we have to fill. The conventional way, we are doing a demand feeding, where in intensive feeding systems, 100% feed-based system, your feeding system has to be improved. So there is a new hope for the emerging species like Roopchand, which is already experienced. We could able to produce about 5 to 6 lakhs, 500 to 600,000 tons in Andhra Pradesh. And tilapia, gift tilapia is being very successfully rolled out now. The RGCA is supplying the seed, and many hatcheries also on the way to move forward on this. And I could see there is a big, especially the modified intent. Latest calcarifer, Seabass is doing very well, and we could do this current year about 300,000-400,000 tons of Seabass. And again, RGCA has taken a big role on this seed production, and many entrepreneurs also looking forward for, even for your information, we started our hatchery operation for Seabass, and 2019 and we can supply our Seabass seed. There is very interesting, very value-based species we look forward. Still, it's a bottleneck for the seed production. One is snakehead and cobia. Even CMFR is produced under an experimental basis. On commercial scale, it has to be refined, and we could see the big like wanami and shrimp. These two species is going to give a breakthrough for our value addition and volumes. And as we discussed last 2 days, Jayanti Rohu and improved Katla is the best results what we could see from the genetic improvements from SIFA. And similar way we could see yesterday from Amur fish from Karnataka, from Mangalore Fisheries College. So these genetic improvement developments, these species along with quality feed can give you a better economics in terms of growth and costings. Jayanti Rohu is giving 1.5 kilo in the same period where ordinary rohu is giving only 1 kilo. So where the feed-based system has some value, because we are doing in the Katla rohu in the semi-feed based, that is natural feed based with the conventional feeds, where we have a difficulty in feeding the systems with quality fish feeds, where in the intensive farming systems with improved genetic improvement species along with the good quality feed, we could see the better. For your information, there is so many opportunities. 3,000 species of inland species are available in marine freshwater and brackish water environments. And even you get 1 species, 2 species in the next 5 years, there is a big breakthrough for all the constraints what we have for the inland fisheries, for in terms of seed, in terms of growth, in terms of farming practices. 40 to 50,000 metric tons of these specialty feeds. And when we are looking forward with 2 times, 3 times of the fry production, you can see the importance of the larval feeds, and it has a great potential. And don't mislead with the volume 50,000, but this 50,000 is going to give the value of so many millions of the grow-out fish. This is the foundation stone, and all the fisheries department, especially in the Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and many even Telangana. The reservoir stockings are being utilized by these formulated feeds. These micro-encapsulated feeds of 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 mm or at hatchery stage even 200, 300 microns is being utilized, and they could see the big difference in the output. They're not feeding in the open system, but in the nursery system, it is a big economical value of quality of the upcoming area. It's a functional feed. 200% we rolled out a product for Vanami, and now we are looking forward for the fish. The reason is the fish is also having a non-specific immunity, which is a 50% play a role in certain species of the fish, where non-specific immunity has to be built. It's like genetic improvement, like any other human being or other advanced animals, higher animals, we don't have a 100% immunity system based on the adaptive memory. So non-specific shrimp for Wanami, and we are going to roll out in the next season, and we are highly could see that there is a big scope for the improvement of the resistance, and there is a functional properties on this immunity enhancement feeds. Last but least, whatever we were traveling for the last 3 decades, and we are proud that we are the number 2 in the world next to China, but China is at 60 million, we are at 6. So there is a big opportunity for us. There is a big stick is required for authority, and the farmers has to do a refined thought processing to do a BAP practices. And without this platform, without this thought processing, the next 2 decades, what we are see the volume, what we are looking for the 15 million or 20 million, it's quite difficult. So far, the growth is being come with the farmers' efforts, and farmers' efforts at 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 50 rupees per kilo of fish production is different. When the value is going for 100 to 150 rupees, the farmer is not, it's the same experience in the Wanami. When the cost of production is 300 rupees, farmers' efforts are very difficult if it is not sustainable. If we want to have a sustainable, we have to follow the BAP standards, and this is the basic platform which is going to lead us for the next generation of inland fish farming. And with this brief debate, my conclusion is aquaculture and aquafeed industry has great potential for growth, but it's a time for us to go beyond such drumbeat and delve deeply into the pros and cons of its potentialities. And as per the topic is concerned, the perspectives of the industry, I could see this 1 million to 5 million within no time, and the production volumes from 6 million to 10 million within no time. And with this confidence, I wish you all the best for the future. Thank you all.